Alright, here we are back again with FTL Advanced Edition content. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. It's basically kind of like a DLC for FTL. And I was playing FTL on the regular edition, but I was playing it with some mods. What happened with that playlist is my game crashed or something, and I was not able to save the game or recover it in any way. So I just never got back to resuming the game after that. And it would have kind of been different on that playthrough because I would have had different stuff. Um, Gosh. So that was kind of annoying. Plus, I kept uploading these different songs to play in the background because I like doing that. However, even though I've only got like 20 views or something, YouTube still doesn't like me playing copyrighted music. I'm not even a YouTube partner. I'm not making money off of these videos. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'd like to make $1 a month off of YouTube videos. But that's okay because I should know better anyway than to upload that kind of music. I still tend to do it and see what I can get away with, but what happens is if they take it out manually or they give you the option to, then the audio sounds real bad. This is the new alien ship. I forgot already what the name of this new alien race is, but they have some very fascinating uh, playing possibilities. There's a new variant to each of the ships, and in order to unlock it, you just have to reach Sector 8 using the Type B variant. So I spent some time off camera, and I unlocked a few of the different variants. I wanted to get used to some of the new abilities in the game. And I'm a little disappointed actually that the only way you unlock the Type C is to reach Sector 8 with the Type B variant. I would have liked there to be some more interesting missions, kind of like some of these other ships that you unlock. You have to do a certain number of things before you're able to get it. That's especially true of the Crystal People ship. What I've been trying to do since last night is unlock the Type C variant of the Mantis capital ship. I would assume it's a capital ship. So let's give that a try. I'm gonna play on easy, and the reason I do is because uh, this game is just so much more fun if you're able to get more types of upgrades, but it still remains totally challenging throughout. If I'm trying to beat the game more seriously, I might be doing it off camera. I still think even easy for this game can be quite challenging. I've made several attempts to get to Sector 8 using this ship here, and I've totally died several times, so trust me, it's still not that easy. Let's start by moving Nazia to the teleporter. This ship has some really cool potential. It's got no weapons to start with. We're going to put some power to the engines so hopefully we can evade. Let me make sure the volume of the game is not too loud. Turn that down a little. There. Hope I don't regret how loud it is now. Alright, so let's go to the distress signal, shall we? Boarding drone. Launch a boarding drone into the station. That seems like the safe bet for the cost of only one drone. Yeah, that's right. This ship also has a boarding drone, which I never got into using much before, but it really helps, especially if you're fighting drones that have no oxygen on them. So now that we got that bit of scrap, why don't we upgrade? We still have no weapons. Can't go wrong with another power bar, so now I have 3 of those and I can use for the boarding drone. Actually, with the advanced edition of this game, like, I have to say, in some ways it's kind of cool. You have more options to take on different types of challenges, but the enemy has more things to use against you, and it can be pretty awful actually. So let's head over there, start beating their ship up. So even just recording this, I take a risk, because I could have one bad thing happen to me that I can't really undo, and then and I'll have spent all that time recording for nothing. I think mostly I would just like the opportunity to talk about this game, even if I don't get very far with this particular one. Hmm. Okay, our mantis is healed up. Ew, ooh, that wasn't good. We need to finish this up quickly. It's kind of more dangerous with these asteroids out here. The goal here is just to kill off the crew. They have no medical bays, so I can just take my time going in and out, fighting them. There we go. And that guy's about dead. Is that all they got, are the 2 crew members? Yay. You find a weapon system on their ship with no crew to stop you. You can install it. This particular kind of charge weapon I don't really care for. This is a new weapon with the FTL Advanced Edition. I like the one that with every consecutive shot it reduces the refire, it reduces the fire rate. That one's pretty cool. But I don't care that much for the one that, like, normally if you're just letting it go on auto fire, it just shoots one at a time. Unless you hold off on shooting it, then it will shoot twice. I guess I could repair the weapons, even though I'm not going to be using any. I'll use them if I get real desperate, like if I'm fighting a drone and I don't want to teleport over there, then we'll have this weapon to use. The mantises, manti, I don't know, they're very poor at repairing things. They're best at fighting. This particular ship, this variant, has a an upgrade on it that allows the mantis to move a lot quicker than normal. That's pretty cool. So I haven't recorded for a really long time. I moved out of state to a new job, and just forever recording games was not a priority to me. I really wanted to get back into it though, but I don't know what my excuse is for not recording beyond that. I think I just got a quest, but I wasn't paying attention. The majority of these events end in combat, which is why I'm often not even really reading it. Okay, so here's a good example where we might want to have our laser ready, but we might also use a boarding drone. That's not good if it gets away. I'll launch my boarding drone in the hopes that it will take out the engines, and it's not going to. You can't really control where it's gonna go. So... oh, I don't even have any enough systems power for it to get away. Alright, this ship is totally going to escape. Because the guy landed on this side of the ship. Had he landed over here, he might have been able to take out the engines before the ship faster than light traveled its way out. Oh, that's a shame. That means we get nothing out of this. Really, in this game, it's very critical what you do in the first couple of sectors. You really need to, look how much they're gonna catch up. That's too bad. Which means I have less opportunities to earn scrap. But that's the challenge of the game. Alright, get in there. I love the sound of the melee combat in this game. It's like... So his buddy won't come help him until I attack the weapons. So no enemies on the ship care about their crewmates, but if you're messing with their hardware, they're gonna take issue with that. I find that very amusing. Alright, we will pull him out of there, allow him to heal up. There's a particular new item in the Advanced FTL edition that I really like. I didn't think I liked it as much, but it's perfect for boarding, and hopefully I can get it. It's called hacking, and it does two different things. One in particular which makes it very useful. And so hopefully if I get the hacking module I can discuss it. Ooh, that was nice. Good bit of scrap there. So, you know, I could probably just... I don't particularly want to do this, but in case we need to use weapon... I don't know. I've gone... You kind of have to spend a lot just to get that other system's power, but let's just do it, and hopefully it'll end up being a good investment later. Accept the paltry payment. So I pay 5 drones and you give me... Actually, I'll do it. I'm confident I can get some more drone parts, and I'd rather have more scrap right now. Still kind of a crappy deal though. That wasn't very good. Alright. I'm still a firm believer in upgrading engines. Evasion right now is 20%, but it needs to be a lot higher if we're to survive. We have nothing to spend at the store, so we're gonna move along. So, whenever I encounter slavers, I am always sure to fight them, because then they're going to give one of their slaves to me. This game is all for the imagination. They want you to create a story for your little sprites here. When I'm on like a human-dominated ship and I have a Mantis crew member, I can't help but just wonder if like the Mantis is slave labor or something. You think a slug would totally be slave labor, but the slugs seem pretty powerful as a race in this game. Like, they really seem to hold their own. The Mantis... Manti or whatever, they seem to be struggling a bit. And I don't even think they call themselves a mantis. Obviously, that's probably just what like a human-centric person would call them. Hey, it looks like a praying mantis, let's just call it a mantis. But they probably have some fancy name for their race that's difficult to pronounce. Alright, that was easy. Easy enough. Teleport back, heal this guy up. I got some more scrap. Here's another new thing about the FTL edition is you can have people stationed at these other subsystems. That's new. Like, so right now I just have like no blast doors, but if I move this guy to the door function, suddenly I have upgraded blast doors. And that's pretty neat. It's something you can do. What's nice is if you have extra crew members, they don't necessarily need to just be standing around waiting to repair stuff. So let's get in there with, I'm gonna do maybe one more power bar. I kinda want the blast doors already. I get nervous not having good blast doors, especially with barely any crew. Well, this is new too, like, if I point here, it'll show me all the possible locations I can jump from there. It didn't do that in regular FTL, and sometimes that could be problematic. Alright, this is already problematic for me, is having solar flares. Let's charge up our weapon because, and I am gonna get ready to vent stuff into space. I hate this. I really hate this. See, so now that's going to charge and just fire one time, unless I hold off on shooting it and allow it to charge. Potentially that's kind of cool, but I don't find it too practical for my needs. Let's let those fires burn themselves out. Ah, jeez. That's such a pain. The mantis, if you're not good at repairing, then I believe that means you're also not even good at putting out fires. Look, he's already... Oh, that's great. See, this is what I mean about when you're recording. Things can already go very poorly. And for the purpose of a playthrough, it's not very good. You know, I'm gonna take the power away from this and just send a boarding drone over there to mess with these guys. Because I need to get in there and repair that stuff. Jeez. At least they're experiencing fires over there too. Are those fires burning out yet? You know, those ones I don't think were ever burning out. Now I must have new fires all over the place. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the... okay. They have one more crew member, it looks like. They're not gonna be... They're gonna die, though. Okay. Really? More crew? Oh no! Okay, this game is done for because I cannot close my doors. This is gonna be so hard to do. My only hope is that these guys can repair fast enough to get the ship working. Look, they're not gonna make it. Go, go, go! You see, that's like... See, what happened there is they couldn't stay long enough to repair because they're horrible at doing repairs. And I'm gonna die. So I think what I'll do for the interest of the playthrough is I will start a new game but just do some stuff in Sector 1 off camera so I don't have to completely start over, but I don't want to start over my commentary just because I died so early. Honestly, I love this game for reasons like this. You can be doing so good and then suddenly you're just totally boned through a freakish incident. They can't even be healed because they're taking damage from like no oxygen as well. And the second I leave this room, they're gonna die. Watch. Alright, I'll be back in a minute and hopefully we'll have gotten close to the end of Sector 1 and we'll just take it from there.